For question number 5, it says, in which of the following statements is the use of percent least appropriate? So we can go over each one. So option A says the new warehouse has 30.5% less storage space than the old one. So this is an appropriate use of percent. The reason they're trying to trick you is using a decimal, but you can still have a decimal in a percentage. So this is no problem. So A would not be one of our answers. B, they're using the same technique. They're having 85.5%. They're using a decimal, but you can use a decimal in a percentage. So it says only 85.5% of the runners finish the marathon. So that's very possible. Now, option C says the meat is 97% fat-free. This is also a correct usage of percent. This just means that there's only 3% fat in the meat. Option D says her sales are up 200% over the last year. So in this one, we're used to seeing percentage represented by hundreds and less than 100, but in this case, you can say 200% because, for instance, if she sold 100 houses last year and then this year she sold 200, then that would be a 200% increase. Now, E uses somewhat the same technique, but this is not an appropriate use of percentage because they are saying there were 150% fewer protesters at the rally this year. So in this case, they're saying that, for example, last year we had 100 protesters and that this year you have 150 less. So there's no way that you could have had 50 less protesters when in reality you only had 100. So for that reason, E is our answer. This is the least appropriate use of a percentage.